Welcome, Ramley. How are my Super Bowl champions doing today? Today we're talking Rams rumors. Let's get right into it. Let's not bury the lead here. The big rumor going around is the Rams signing former Chief safety Tyrann Mathieu. We first heard this rumor a few days ago when Shad McGinnis, who I believe is a fan-sided podcaster, but I'm not 100% sure. He broke the news via Twitter by tweeting the Rams have emerged as a potential suitor in the Tyrann Mathieu sweepstakes. There is mutual interest as the Rams see him as a perfect fit in the nickel zone scheme, where he could be a ball hawk underneath. A lot of people immediately shut the rumor down because Shad McGinnis isn't as well known as like an Ian Rappaport or an Adam Schefter. But in doing some research, I found out that McGinnis was one of the first people plugged in on Bobby Wagner signing with the Rams, and he also broke a lot of news for the Indianapolis Colts. Then the next day, we had a report emerge from Jordan Schultz of ESPN, and he stated, "Don't be shocked if the Rams make a run at four-time All-Pro Tyrann Mathieu. Les need has $7 million of cap to work with, and as another GM told me, they can get creative again. That's just what they do. We already seen it with Bobby Wagner." So guys, I do think there is definitely some truth to these rumors. I believe both parties, the Rams and Mathieu, both have mutual interest. And the biggest question here is, of course, money. Now, I can hear a bunch of you guys already. The Rams have Jordan Fuller, Tyler Rapp, even Terrell Burgess. Why do they need Tyrann Mathieu? The Rams still have holes on this roster that they need to be filled, and safety should be very low on the Rams' list of priorities. But Shad McGinnis' report earlier would make a lot of sense, that the Rams were actually looking to play Mathieu at the nickel corner spot, as I believe the Rams' top priority right now is the cornerback position. Tyrann Mathieu kind of reminds me of a defensive version of Robert Woods. Yeah, Woods is a wide receiver, but he's more like a Swiss Army knife. He can stretch the defense out by being a deep threat. He's a great short route runner. He's an amazing blocker and even carries the ball out the backfield. Tyrann Mathieu can play both safety spots, slot corner, even nickel linebacker if needed. His ability to be moved all over the field is what makes Tyrann Mathieu so intriguing. He can also stick his nose in on all running plays. He has even proven himself to be a valuable pass rusher when blitzing from the corner spot. He can play both the pass and the run, giving our defensive coordinator Raheem Morris a lot of creativity when it comes to these defensive packages and blitzes. You guys remember the weird position Raheem Morris had Jalen Ramsey play the first half of this past season? You know, where he pretty much played the slot corner where he could play the inside of the field close to the line of scrimmage to affect the running game also? I think if the Rams do sign Mathieu, that's the type of play I expect to see from him, with, of course, him drifting back to play safety from time to time. I definitely 100% think this would be an amazing fit. Our defense is already looking really scary, and I couldn't imagine Tyrann Mathieu adding to this defense as well. But with that being said, what's the probability of this actually happening? The Rams currently have $7 million in cap space, and that number could significantly increase with the impending Aaron Donald contract extension. Now, the Rams can't give Mathieu the same salary that the Chiefs did back in 2019 with the average salary of $14 million. I think he'd be lucky to get about half of that with the Rams. But I think on a short-term deal, maybe with a nice signing bonus and some incentives, I could definitely see him possibly coming to LA. The benefit of just winning a Super Bowl and being located in Los Angeles is it's a lot easier to ask players to take a pay cut. I do think we should temper expectations for now though, or at least until we get a report of a meeting of some sorts. And really quickly guys, before we get into more news, please subscribe to this channel, and more importantly, hit the bell notification button so you always get alerted as soon as I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I will be doing an Instagram giveaway in the next few weeks, so make sure you follow me over there to stay up to date on those details. Now, in other news, new Rams wide receiver Allen Robinson may have started recruiting for the team already. Allen Robinson has sent defensive tackle Akiem Hicks an eyeballs emoji and a palm tree. And I know that sounds funny, but if you paid any attention to NFL Twitter, the eyeball emoji tends to get everything going. It's been so many times we've seen players like Jalen Ramsey send out the eyeball emoji or the purple devil emoji, and bam, an hour later, Von Miller is coming to the Rams. And Robinson and Hicks played together in Chicago with the Bears, which makes this even more interesting, especially after the Rams lost Sebastian Joseph Day to free agency. I do think Hicks would be a nice addition to this defensive line. But with Aaron Donald, Greg Gaines, A'Shawn Robinson, I do think the Rams have a few other holes they need to fill before adding another defensive tackle. As of right now, guys, I really wouldn't read too much into this. Just look at it as a tweet and nothing more until other news surfaces. But like I always say, at this point with this front office, nothing would surprise me. In other news, the Rams have signed former Giants punter Ryan Dixon to a one-year deal. He's definitely not a Johnny Hekker upgrade. I still expect the Rams to make a run at San Diego State punter Matt Ariza in this up-and-coming draft. I don't see this front office taking a punter with one of their first 3 picks. But if Ariza is still there in the 6th round, I'm sure he'll be on the Rams' radar. I think Riley Dixon is a really good second option if the Rams don't land Ariza in this year's draft. Speaking of this year's draft, please check out this video right here for the Rams' draft needs and some rookies I'd like to see come to LA this year.